Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Sammy, United People TV, here with a Friday show. It's going to get vibey. Everyone enjoy yourself in the comments. It's genuinely sunny outside. It's the weekend. There's no United to ruin it. Don't have to watch United still for another 40-odd days. And we're going to run through everything. We're going to speak about Gyokeres, Ekitike. Man, I'm going to call that nonsense straight away. We'll speak a little bit about Osimhen. We'll speak about Cunha being announced properly yesterday as a United player. His first words, first pictures. We'll run through the rest of the news. It's Friday, so we'll whip the map out. You'll let me know what you think in the chat. And let's have a good show. Enjoy yourselves. What's going on down here? For to see the mods and the members, say a quick hello to everyone and get on with the show. Good morning to you, Carl. I saw you there. Josh, you'll be there lurking as always. Lurking? Probably a bad word used to describe it. Josh, the timestamp king. Stu Cantona, good morning to you. Steve Brooks, we've got Samir. We've got Vince. We've got Paddy. We've got Sidant, Teresa, Stephen, Caleb, Doogie J. Anyone else remember Scary Movie? I used to love Scary Movie. I probably still do, actually. I reckon if I watched Scary Movie, it would still be funny. Yeah, Brian. I've got to start with that, actually. That really was probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Right? This is going to be the beginning of today's show. Let me quickly line this video up. Oh, man. Let's go.
Tardes a todos.
Good afternoon.
Gracias tanto al presidente Florentino Perez como
I hate Liverpool, and I've been doing Duolingo for 12 months to make sure that I can speak fluent Spanish in my unveiling press conference.
Thank you, Florentino Perez.
Thank you for taking me away from Liverpool, because I've hated that club for a long, long time, and I couldn't wait to leave.
And the club for this opportunity.
Man, Liverpool fans must be absolutely pissed. Imagine that. He was so angry. You can't speak a fluent Spanish like that unless you've been grinding those lessons. A 1,000-day hot streak on Duolingo. He whipped out a full fluent Spanish interview. They must be absolutely reeling. Reeling. It's quite funny. Just made me laugh. That is a really good way to start the show. I bet you they're all just, he's a rat. Hate him. Straight away. They're going to forget. You never walk alone. Unless your name's Loris Karius or you leave us and join Real Madrid. But anyway, that's good fun. Now, I want to start off, actually, the proper show by saying this. A big congratulations to my good mate James, who will be hosting the Club World Cup post-match highlights show on DAZN. I just want to say congratulations to him. Like, back in the day, I'm sure there'll be some of you that remember, some of you who don't know. I used to work with Ball Street, and James worked there as well. Flav worked there from the Fighting Cock. Adam behind the scenes, you won't know Adam. Oh, Adam Boltwood, you may know. Then you had Adam, you had Tanvi, you had Craig. It was the most fun office I ever worked in my entire life. And see James absolutely crushing it with his own channel and getting that. At some point, you're probably going to be seeing him presenting Match of the Day on the BBC. I think that's the ultimate goal. Or maybe like presenting the World Cup. Either way, it's a really big step for him. So congratulations. And actually, let me show you this. My good mate James sent me this when we reached 500k, which is just such an awesome and it's a lovely thing for him to send. Didn't ask for it. He just sent it to me. So just want to say a big congratulations to James. What's his channel? At James Lawrence Alcott. Go and subscribe. All right. Really good guy. So it's cool to see everyone sort of succeed who was in and around Ball Street. What am I wearing? I'm wearing shorts, socks, and a pair of shoes and a t-shirt. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right, let's speak about something that hopefully will speed up the Speed up the Mbumo story, right? Yesterday, we got the announcement. We got the announcement that right, one sec here. I'm gonna have to comment on this. Right, Daz, why did it look like you're walking on the moon? People, you know full well that I've had double full ankle replacement surgery. You know full well about the condition I've told you about. So if you come in here and you do anything in those comments to try and get me, I will ban you. You will get booted off. And this is a one-time warning. Because it pisses me off. All right? That's all I'll say about it. All right? You will not be welcome back at any point on this channel. Let's get into the show. Let's speak about Thomas Frank being announced as Spurs manager. Now, I hope that this does... I don't really know whether it had anything. I don't really know if it had anything to do with Mbumo, right? I'll be honest. I don't really know if hey, look, Stefan, don't come again. Look, calm down as a wee joke. You're not fucking joking, people. All right? You've got me rattled here because it pisses me off. Right? People saying it's like people saying, "Oh no, no offense," and let me just crack a joke. No, mate. If you want to crack a joke, then you will take the consequences. All right? Because you piss me off here, and that's it. It's not really biting on the trolls. It's biting on people who are being dicks. People, you have to snap out and you have to stop it. You got me rattled here this morning. Right, Mbumo, I hope that I'm going to close the chat for a little while now, and I'll just get on with the show, and I'll come back into the chat in about 5 minutes, all right? There we go. That's better. So, we've all been waiting for the second bid to go in for Mbumo. It's not gone in yet. I don't know whether Thomas Frank being made the Spurs manager had anything to do with it at all, if I'm being totally honest. It kind of really shouldn't, but it may well have done. So if it was involved, then maybe we'll get the second bid coming soon. I don't really know why else the second bid wouldn't have gone in. Because as I said, the first bid was 55 mil. It was a pretty damn fair bid. Either way, I hope we get some movement on that. But I'll tell you what, you can enjoy this in isolation. I've seen some people, there were a couple of people comment on this actually before the live show. I can't remember the name, the username. I don't know who it was. Saying, "Oh, United yesterday," and I think there was a couple of people on Twitter as well. "Oh, United like milking it. Oh my God, it's such a PR move to do this when there's frustration around transfers." It's like, lads, literally like the official unveiling of a new signing. How in the world is that a PR move? How in the world is that anybody milking it? We've literally announced the signing of Cunha. They're the first pictures that we've got with him in a United kit. It's his first words as a United player. I'm not really sure how that's considered PR spin or, but, you be you. Anyway, first pictures came out of Cunha in the United shirt, and these are his first words, all right? So it's hard to put into words my feelings about becoming a United player. Ever since I was a child in Brazil, watching Premier League games on TV at my grandmother's house, United was my favourite English team, and I dreamed of wearing the red shirt. Didn't dream of wearing the Wolves shirt. No offence, Wolves. I want to thank my family and everyone who's helped me make that dream a reality. I can't wait for the start of pre-season and to get to know my teammates. Right, let's open the chat up again. Here we go. Right. I can't believe the PR move. That just cracked me up. I don't know why it made me laugh so much. I'm dead excited to see Cunha in a United shirt, man. Well, obviously he's right there in a United shirt. But to see Cunha play for us. Do you want to know an absolutely mad stat? right? I was going to say this for a little bit later, but I think I'll pull it out now. Some of you may have seen this, right? Some of you may have not. Have a little guess in the comments, right? As a percentage, how many of United's signings since the summer of 2020 do you think have been from the Premier League? As a percentage, right? So United have spent 778 million since the summer of 2020. As a percentage, how much do you think we've actually spent on Premier League players? Because this blew my mind. I mean, I suppose it's not too much of a surprise. What number do you think he'll wear? I don't actually know. There's been reports that Cunha's going to get number 10 if Rashford leaves. That could happen. We'll find out. Samir, you're saying Cunha will have 30 goals and assists next season. Mark my words. Let's hope you're right. All right, let's see down here in the comments. Well, some of you have definitely seen the story. All low numbers, but yeah. 8% of all the money we've spent on all the signings, 8% have been on Premier League players. Now, in that same time frame, Arsenal have spent 54% of their money on Premier League players. Spurs have spent 43%. Chelsea, 36%. City, 31%. And Liverpool down there with 18%. But 8%. And since 2013, between 2013 and 24, we've only signed 10 players from the Premier League. Now, I'll tell you a video that we've been working on. I've recorded the voiceover this week, and the editor's now working on it in the background. We're going to have to add these stats into it, but we're doing a video about the fact that United this summer clearly have had a switch in strategy towards signing Premier League players, and how it was one of the secrets of Fergie's playbook. Sign the best from the rest in the Premier League to A, strengthen your team, and B, weaken your team. Loza, I don't know about exactly since the Premier League started. That would be a lot of research to do. But that one blew my mind. And Cunha is a shift away from that strategy. I mean, it's more expensive to do it, but then you get players who are ready-made, who are settled in the club, like in the league anyway. Here's a video. Here's Cunha's sort of first day at the club, just mincing about. And I think at 4 p.m. today, you'll get the first interview with Cunha. I mean, club interviews are always a little bit vanilla, aren't they? They're a little bit vanilla because there's, well, because it's a club interview. But anyway, that was. I can't believe that United took the piss yesterday with such a PR move as announcing a brand new £62.5 million signing. Just they only did that to distract United fans from what's going on. You have to laugh, right? You have to laugh. Look, Daz, I appreciate the apology down there. Yeah, look, people, I get rattled about it. I'm conscious about it now because the condition is it gets progressive. It gets worse as I get older, and there's absolutely fuck all that I can do about it. And it really it doesn't annoy me. Well, it did annoy me. As I said, it rattles me. But it annoys me when people point it out because I'm really aware of it. And I'm trying my best to sort of navigate around it. But in a very public space that we've got here, with so many people who don't know me, it will probably be one of the first things they say. And then it just rattles me. Because I'm very consciously aware of it now. I think that's probably why. So I apologize for reacting the way I did there, but yeah, it really annoys me. Mega. But yeah, this is going to be, oh God, so annoying now. Like there's a way when you go in on Twitter, you click on a video and it can take you straight through to a website, unless you go down and you press the play button.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time, your energy, and I wish you all the best at Manchester
Such
United.
a pleasure. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you, mate.
So at 4 p.m. today, there'll be the first interview with Cunha. All right? Right, should we talk about the madness? Should we talk about the madness? Because I think this is probably the title of this live show here, right? I think is probably the first time I've ever actually used the word drama in a title. And I genuinely do. I don't really know any other way to describe it. It is a bit. The reason I'm saying it's drama is because you've literally got Gyokeres now putting this up on Instagram. There's a lot of talk at the moment. Most of it's false. I will speak when the time is right. Would Gyokeres put that up about his agent? Or would he just speak to his agent? No, I imagine he'd probably just speak to his agent. I imagine he's talking about sporting. I mean, I suppose the assumption is a dangerous game, right? Comment there from Ian. Thank you very much, dude. You're saying that, do you ever think about how global your audience is? I love ending my day with your morning streams at 9 p.m. Big up, dude. Thank you very much. It's a really comment. Wishing you a speedy recovery. Truth be told, people, that there won't ever be a recovery. It will only get worse. That's what the condition is. I've sort of opened up about it before. There's nothing you can do about it apart from staying active to try and slow it down. And the older you get, the worse it gets. And that's kind of same with same in life with everyone, right? But it's pretty awesome. Yeah, I know how global it is because we've got the map up. I was thinking about it today as well. Simply put, I'm just too busy to hire the right person to do it. But I've spoken about this so many times. I need someone to come in and be the community leader. Someone who's got experience about managing communities of the size that we've got now. With the live chat community here, with the Discord, with like 9,000 people in there, and all the different audiences and all the different platforms, organizing meetups and live shows and all that stuff, and actually bringing United People's TV into the sort of the real world, if you want to call it, probably for want of a better phrase. I can't do that on my own, and I need someone to do it. Boss Man is saying, getting really bored of the Gyokeres situation. I mean, it's only been this week, right? Let's be honest. It's only been this week. And there's clearly more coming. So at some point, Gyokeres is, I don't know, what's he going to do? Have an interview? Give an interview? No idea. This is what's being reported out in Portugal today. They're saying that Arsenal Sporting's general director met with Andrea Berta and a lawyer for the club. There was an approach, but there was no formal proposal for Gyokeres. As it stands, United and Arsenal were the two clubs that are interested in going after Gyokeres. I think it was Fabrizio Romano said Juve and Al Hilal. Somewhere down there, it feels like it's going to be another De Jong summer with Gyokeres. No, I don't see that at all. I know that everyone's got PTSD about De Jong and what happened there. We chased it the whole way through. Did we even ever get close? Yeah, we did actually. Remember, what was it? If I remember correctly with De Jong, Man United agreed a deal with Barcelona. And he announced that. But United never agreed a deal with... Oh, for goodness sake, now someone's at my door. Sorry, everyone, just had a quick trip to the moon. We have to laugh about it. I knew that was going to happen. Anyway, my video at lunchtime today is going to try and cover everything that's happening with all the strikers. And I'll say this here, right? 2 weeks ago, Liam Delap was the only striker that United were linked with, were considering, because he was our main target. If United had got Liam Delap, none of this conversation would have existed. And because of the ripple effect of that Liam Delap to Chelsea move, we're now going after Mbumo, and all of this stuff is coming out about Gyokeres, and I'm going to speak about Ekitike next. I feel like that's probably United just playing the game as well. Don't quite know. But this is interesting, and this is only whispers at this stage, okay? But this is coming from a Swedish newspaper, and they're saying this: the conflict between Sporting and Gyokeres dates back to last year, allegedly, when Victor underwent meniscus surgery, and Sporting intentionally allowed confidential information about the surgery to leak to stop any transfer from happening. Now, if somebody can let me know in the chat, I can't remember whether there was any official bids for Gyokeres last summer. I know Chelsea were linked with him. I think Arsenal were linked with him. I think there was a few clubs linked with him, but I'm not sure anybody actually put in an official bid for him. And maybe it was to do with that injury. But this just adds to the sort of desperate housewife situation. Stuff coming out of Sweden, the Portuguese press saying stuff, his agent saying stuff, Gyokeres going on Instagram and saying, look, hold up here, ladies and gents. I'm going to be speaking out about it some point soon. Steve, the PO box still isn't open yet, and you can blame Royal Mail for this. I opened this, I paid for the PO box, I think about 13 days ago now, at least 2 weeks, and it's still not open. They're having delays in their system because of a change in system, blah, blah, blah. I'm waiting for the address, and as soon as the address is open, we can start filling this board up. I can't wait. I think once that's up, this is going to look so, so cool. I think it already looks cool. I think it'll look even better. Either way, there's more drama. It kind of puts me off. But I think it just means that United are going to have to go in with their first and final offer for Gyokeres and say, take it or leave it. We're not coming back. You won't be having another chat with us this summer. We're not going to be going to and fro and saying 2 million here, 5 million there. Here's our offer. Take it or leave it. Now, Sporting have said they won't accept 70 million euros. How much more than 70 would you even go? Don't know. 70 million, even 70 million, peeps. Like, I know Gyokeres is probably the lethal goal scoring machine that we need. I just didn't think that we could spend that much money. I suppose that's something that I've got to get my mindset out of. Because of the PSR stuff we learned last week, that United have actually always, and it still blows my mind when I think about it, how no journalist figured out until last week that United this whole time have been using a different set of accounts for PSR and not Manchester United's main accounts. It still blows my mind. 70 seems fair. Someone says down there 75 plus 10. Hell no. No way. I think probably, look, if they're not going to accept 70, then you're going with 75. 5 million euros, much of a muchness. If you were willing to pay 70 million euros, you'd probably be willing to pay 75. But 75, I don't really think you need to go anything more than that. And you say that's on the table. This probably has got a time limit on it. You've got to get back to us in the next week or two. I don't quite know. Take it or leave it. We're not going to be negotiating any further. This isn't a sort of a rebuttal. You can't come back and say, well, we know 75 is nice, but then we want 80. No. And that's why I think this stuff here, right? This stuff just feels... It feels like nothing but hot air, man. Absolutely hot air. Right, this is coming from Florian Plettenberg yesterday on Hugo Ekitike. United have officially entered the race. We made contact with Frankfurt within the last 48 hours, expressed interest and gathered all the information. Liverpool and Chelsea in the race. They're the two clubs who have been linked with a move for him. And it's just like... The whole thing just seems pointless. It's not even a... Let's say United did this, right? Let's say United did get in contact with Frankfurt about Ekitike. It's hardly going to make Sporting move because there's no chance. There is no chance that United are paying 100 mil for him. Also, like, no, it's the price. It's the price of players. Like, someone down there saying, Ronan saying 100 mil. What a club's smoking. It's just the way transfers go. Certainly with younger players, you pay for what they could become as well as how good they are now. So if Ekitike was to nail it for 3 years in a row and become a lethal striker, then Frankfurt, what a slice of that pie. If anything, this is probably coming from Ekitike's sides to try and force Liverpool and Chelsea into the move. For me, just seems like pure, utter nonsense. I don't think that United are in for Ekitike. I don't think United have ever been in for Ekitike, or will we? Now, what's a fun fact about Ekitike's name? $116 million for Florian Wirtz. It's just a tweet from David Ornstein. That's just nuts. It's a palindrome. Spelled the same forwards as backwards, which blew my mind when I saw that yesterday. It's true, though. Let me see what you're saying down here. We got stung with Højlund and potential. Like, Ekitike's had like a decent season with Frankfurt. He's obviously got talent, but if you think that we can afford, like, for multiple reasons, if you think that we can afford to spend 100 mil on a 22-year-old, effectively prospect, then it's nuts. Then it's absolutely nuts. Stephen saying apparently his agent is now saying he has written proof of what Sporting promised him. Ugh. Oh, I don't know. I'd rather avoid all these bloody dramas. But either way, I think it's just laughable to think that, I think United are smarter than this. Now, that might be famous last words, but I just don't see how United feel like leaking a story about moving for a 100 million euro player will make Sporting go, oh, well, we've got to sell Gyokeres for cheaper. Don't know. Chile saying Frankfurt have sold well, but a number of those sales haven't worked out for the Bayern club. Who is it? So was it Marmoush who's just gone to City, which looks a decent player? Who are the other ones? Who's the one that joined Real Madrid? Luca... Did we give him with J? I can't remember. He seemed like an absolutely phenomenal striker when he left there. But anyway, I think this is a bit laughable, really, to think that I don't feel this is coming from United at all. I feel this is just coming from Ekitike's agent to try and use United's name. Jovic, that was him. Jovic. What other ones have left there, not done well? Can't remember. Kolo Muani. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. United of old would have gone for Ekitike at that price. Yeah, well, you're not saying that as a compliment, are you? Nah. Look, I've added it onto the board. I'm leaving it as a 1, and it will stay as a 1. So I just don't see how it goes any further than that. This feels like agent talk. And let's see what goes on with Gyokeres as that continues to develop and the nonsense around it. Something that's a little bit frustrating for me. I'd say no, frustrating is the wrong word. Just something I would like to see more movement on is all the sales stuff. So I did a video yesterday which sort of summarized everything. I ran through all the 10 players that could leave and what the latest reliable reports on all of them are. I want some movement, man. Fire in the chat. Who do you think gets sold first? If we go to the leaving board, right? You've got Rashford, you've got Anthony. Rashford's back in training now. Anthony seems like the one which has had the most movement. Sancho, no one wants him. Højlund, Inter are getting linked with him. Garnacho, I think the price might stop a few people. Feels like Anthony, probably. Alex, you think Garnacho? So do you, Ant. Quite a few of you saying Garnacho in the comments. A couple of you saying Rashford. A few of you saying Anthony. Absolutely no people on Malacia, by the way. Nothing on Casemiro either. I think Anthony. Anthony, Casemiro. Oh, actually, this is random. This is a random question, but fuck it, we'll have some fun. Type in, if you were to choose 3 players, let's say that United can only sell 3 players this summer. What 3 players would you choose? Because I know that there's a lot more than 3 that majority of you would want to leave United, and I certainly want more than 3. But let's just say that United are only able to sell 3. Which 3 would you choose? I think I'd definitely have to go Højlund. No, sorry, not Højlund. I'd have to go Garnacho and Rashford as probably my 2 absolute non-negotiables. Because I think you can get the most money for those that can be reinvested into the squad. Third. Who would I go for third? I'm guessing Anthony, but I want Sancho out of the club, man. I think I'll probably go Sancho. Because I think it's just as much as it's about getting the most money in, it's about removing the personalities who have the biggest negative impact on your squad. And Sancho absolutely falls back into that. Let me read some out. Mr. Bean saying Rashford, Højlund, and Onana. Des, you're saying Anthony, Rashford, and Sancho. Alex saying Garnacho, Anthony, and Rashford. Sancho, Rashford, and Garnacho. Quite a lot. What? Anyway, a lot more than 3. Just out of curiosity, I just wanted to read that. But yeah, I think that would be mine. Garnacho, Rashford, and Sancho would be my 3. The 3 non-negotiables. And maybe United are going to do it like that. How do you think it works with sales compared to signings? Do you have like a priority order? Then you then actively put more efforts into that player leaving? Like with sales, do you ring up clubs saying, do you want to buy our player? Or do you wait for people to knock on your door? I have no idea how it works, of course. I don't work for a football club. I know it can't. Manor, I'm with you. It better not only be 3. I'm just saying, like, out of curiosity, which 3 would you consider the non-negotiables? Zero watching from Philippines. How you doing, dude? We'll whip out the map a little bit later on. Zaresh is saying, I think you just complete them as they progress. Sales depend on demand. Yeah, that's what I mean, Chris. Like, considering the fact that sales do depend on demand, do you do, like, outward sales? Do you ring clubs? I suppose you're going to have, like, Chris Vavell will have a contacts list of loads of different directors and sporting directors and XYZ at different clubs, and you can sort of offer the... But I suppose if you do that and you offer a player out, you take away from a little bit of your negotiation power because you've made it clear that you want to sell a player rather than a club coming to you saying, can we buy this player? Probably is a little bit of both. Let's be honest, it probably is a little bit of both. Still so much to do this summer. Even after the unbelievable PR spin of announcing Cunha. And that will crack me up. What did I have down there? Oh, yeah. A little bit of random news here. I don't know whether it's Ahmad just teasing. 16 and a little sort of like timer emoji. Do we think Ahmad gets a new number this season? And if Ahmad gets a new number, what number do you think he'd get? I think Ahmad's going to be right wing back next season. Don't think he should be number 2. Well, who was number 2? Was Lindelof number 2? What will be Ahmad's number? 11? Who's 11 now? I don't know what United squad numbers are. What are United squad numbers? Was it Greenwood was 11 before? I think he was. Yeah, Lindelof's still there. I don't know why Lindelof's still there. He's number 2. Who's 11? Oh, Xerxes. The Zerk. Hoyland's 9. Ahmad's 16. 17 will be going with Garnacho. 21 will be going. What else are you saying down here? It should be number 7. It is ridiculous, isn't it? United's track record of the number 7 post Ronaldo. Ahmad's that much of a joker, I wouldn't put it past him asking for 69. Or dinner for 2. Ahmad's 7, quite a few of you are saying down there. I don't think he'll be taken. 14, Eriksen's left. I don't know if there's any number that actually means anything to Ahmad. But maybe he's teasing that there's a new number coming. I think just keep the 16. Make 16 your own. That was Roy Keane's old number, wasn't it? I think so. Right, as it's Friday, peeps, you know the drill. It's Friday the 13th as well. It's all going to go wrong. Right? We're going to whip the map out. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone for tuning. And can I just say, make sure you check out today's lunchtime video. It was working for quite a few hours yesterday on some upgrades. So you'll see a fresh look to the lunchtime videos that kind of ties in with everything that we've built here with the studio and just the overall aesthetic and the look that we're going for as we sort of keep trying to level United People's TV up. All right? So make sure you check that out. And if you can, drop a like on the video. If you can, drop a like on this one too. Keane and then Carrick. Yeah, cracking number. Keep 16, I'd say. Right, the map's here. So let me know where you're watching from, the city and the country that you're watching from. And we'll get a few of you added onto the map. Cavani was the best 7 since Ronaldo. He was, but it's not really saying much. Let's be totally honest. We just have not had that many. Alex, you're watching from Cluj in Romania. Cluj. Oh, didn't spell that right. Cluj Napoca. Who was it that we played? Was it Bucharest? I think it was Steaua Bucharest, wasn't it? Or someone watching from Santiago in Chile. Awesome, man. That really is cool. Welcome aboard. Who? I can't see the name down there. Let me try and find your name. We've got Juan watching from Santiago in Chile. That is wicked. Have we got any for you? I think, sir, you are the first person watching from Chile. Yeah, come on. There we go. We've got a new name on the map. Mark watching from Råvik in Norway as well. You know what I was thinking earlier, right? And because my ambitions with United People's TV are huge as well, because I think this is fun. I thought that eventually what we can do when we do get the community manager in and it can help organise meetups, what we can do is go through this list, which has 743 different points on this map now, and we can see which places maybe have had the most points in. And then we can go there and maybe do some meetups, and I can fly out and meet some of you. That's what I'd love to do eventually. I need to build it to the point where somebody maybe might be able to take over the live shows for a little bit of time. Well, just like the occasional live show or two. And then weekends I can fly out. We can do meetups, watch games together. I think it'd just be a really fun way to do a bit of traveling and meet United People's TV community from around the world. I think that'd be awesome. I'd like to do that. Look, I'm not going to apologise for being rattled earlier, but yeah. Just be wary of what you say, people, right? It might be the first time that you see something, but it might be something that someone's lived with for 30-odd years. And it might just be like an off-the-cuff comment for you, but it won't be. Just be a good human, man. Just think about shit before you say it. That's all it was. And that's kind of why my reaction was as fierce as it was. But I've got a smile on my face because Cunha's been unveiled. Even if some of you think it's a PR spin. The Mbumo second bid, we're still... That's James Alcott. You can come up on the channel if you want, James. The second bid for Mbumo, we still haven't got yet. I'm hoping that the Thomas Frank to Spurs being done is something that's going to speed it up. Gyokeres, it is a drama. I'm going to summarise everything with Gyokeres and speak about Ekitike and also speak about Osimhen in the lunchtime video. So, because it seems like there's some drama going on. Is everything okay? You've been very sensitive today. Matt, go and watch the start of the show. Wormby, you've got CMT as well. Well, I don't know why I saluted you, but It's just frustrating. That's all it is. What you're seeing is an outburst of frustration. It's not me being angry. It's not me being a dick. Frustration builds itself up in different ways, and that was just a snap reaction that was caused by that. Thank you all for having a cracking week. I'll be here. Look, fingers crossed I'm here later on with an unscheduled live show, because the unscheduled ones are the most fun. Because we had the big one for the Mbumo first bid. I'll be here if there's any big news coming from Ornstein or Fabrizio, maybe. We'll see. There'll be a lunchtime video today. There'll be content over the weekend, and I'll be here, as always, on Monday morning. Have a fantastic weekend, people. Enjoy the sunshine. And yeah, just be good humans. Take it easy. A lot of saluting going on there.